Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be setting up our very spooky but very budget-friendly graveyard. Halloween is one of my absolute favorites, so I'm going to show you guys what we do for our Halloween decor and tell you a little bit about where I got some of this stuff. Really, it's just for fun. We're setting up with the kids. Thought you guys might want to join us. So I have found a lot of the items that we use at the dollar store. I've found some on Amazon and yeah, come here. And a lot of it at Target. But my favorite is to buy it after the season. And then I just add to my collection. Each year I add to the graveyard because it's expensive. And I also like to see the new items they come out with. And then I like to wait until after Halloween so that I get them for half off, like Mr. Snake here. So here is our fencing that we have for the graveyard. And to kind of help extend it a little bit, I purchased the super cheap little black fencing. I think I found those at the Dollar Tree. But these guys, I've just bought them every time I see them. Sometimes it's at Kroger, sometimes at Target. But anyway, you have to have a good fence, otherwise your ghosts are going to get out of your graveyard. So we've gotten our headstones laid out. And now Corey's placing our spooky eyes. I found these spooky eyes maybe at Bargain Hunt, but they used to glow in the dark. I don't know if they still do. If they don't, I may have to apply a little glow in the dark paint to them this year. But they were really cool when they worked, because then you had the super creepy graveyard with some glowing eyes. We've got our partially decayed Mr. Victor von Stein over here. And then we've added some little rats. Let's see if I can zoom into those guys. Some little red-eyed nasty rats. And then of course our little skeleton cat, and then we have skeleton bat. So we'll just kind of figure out where everything else is going to go. It's not a very informative vlog today, just a fun Halloween vlog. Nothing like setting up for Halloween in Memphis when it's like, 80-something degrees outside. But we have finished our graveyard for the most part. We still have to add our gigantic spiderweb, which is the reason why I like to put it here between the two crepe myrtles. So we add a huge spiderweb because it's home to this lovely. So Corey still has to put that up, and then we have to add our spooky lights. So one of the things that I purchased a couple years ago is one of those projecting lights, and I got a multi-holiday one, so it has ghosts for, let's see, I think it has ghosts and maybe pumpkins or jack-o'-lanterns for Halloween, and then maybe bats. And then for Christmas you can get just snowmen, or I think it has maybe stars or snowflakes or something like that. Anyway, it was not expensive, but we love it. We'll also add a red and a blue light, so it kind of looks purple and scary, so we'll add that too. I forgot I also bought these last year from Amazon. Go back. So I couldn't find my rope spiderweb, so I just decided to use the cheap netting kind of spiderweb. I'm sure it'll be gone after the first rain, but that's okay because it's up for now. And honestly, if the rain makes it fall a little bit, it's just more realistic. That's what happens to spiderwebs when it rains. I'm not losing sleep over this one. Well, I was really hoping that Jack would get into this year, and he is terrified of it. So he just went inside, wants nothing to do with our graveyard, which is okay, totally fine. I was hoping he'd be really into it because last year he was fascinated with it. This year, I think it's a little too real, a little too spooky, or spookly, as he says. Mommy, it's no thank you, it's spookly. So he went inside. So that leaves Corey and I left to finish it up, which is totally fine. A little peace and quiet, I'm okay with. Plus, he and Owen are getting some nice brother bonding time. Okay, so here is our spooky graveyard. So we had an extra strand of our cafe lights, and so Corey put those between the two crepe myrtles just to kind of light up the graveyard. Otherwise it's really hard to see. We do have a street light directly across, that helps, but then he also added the red and blue light, and I'll show you in the trees, it's really cool. He has some spooky ghosts going through the trees. Oh, well he did. So we have, is it ghosts that we have in the trees?
Yeah. I don't want to shine that in their neighbor's window.
Yeah. So we have some spooky ghosts going in the trees. He was trying to adjust a little bit to make sure it doesn't go into our neighbors' windows. We want to be good neighbors. And then he also put some green dots, which I believe is from the Christmas pack, but it works out really well. It looks like little spirits, little orbs going in the trees. But I'll step out of the way so you guys can check it out. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but we actually have, you'll see a little bit of movement on the tree. So those are the bats. Aren't those the bats, Corey? No, the bats are the green ones. So the bats are over here. So the bats are over on this side, and then we have the ghosts going in the tree. And I love the red light shining up into the tree. And here is our spooky, spooky graveyard. So scary. Well, friends, thank you for joining me. I hope that y'all had fun watching us set up our graveyard, and I hope you'll get out and decorate your own spooky yards. If you do and you put it on social media, be sure to tag Good Golly Gal so that I can see your spooky decor. That is it for my spooky decor. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you have a wonderful evening and a very happy Halloween, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.